Excuse me, just gathering whatever these are. Thank you. Rainbow roses. Though I don't know why they're rainbow when they consist of only 2 colours, but you know, semantics. Yeah, I'm going this way. Or not. Oh, sorry. Hello. Sorry. That was a bit unorthodox. I apologise. Who knows when I'll need those, so we may as well pick them in advance. Oh my. Where is that going to shoot me? Up there? Yes, please. Just let me gather these things and you may shoot me out wherever you please. Just as long as we go past there. Yay! But where are you actually taking me? I thought we were going to keep going. I was like, no. Oh, that's where the dancing pair is, the really brutal, the bosses. Why is there a boss right next to the opera place? Whatever, we're going this way. I wanted to go see if those ladies would talk to me, actually. I don't think there were any options to interact, but I am going to test it nonetheless. This does seem very French. This is terrain. I have been to France twice. Technically, I've been to the port of Calais and then I've been to Paris twice. I haven't really ventured out of Paris because I super like Paris. One of these days I will actually get to other locations within the country. Hell, I just want to go back. Hi. Hi. Nobody wants to talk to me. Okay, I don't see it. Is it under it? Oh, it's inside it. None of these people will talk to me. It's so rude. Excuse me, guys. You see nothing. Just gonna get wet for no reason. These people really don't want to converse, do they? Hey, you guys do. Mordier and Karatri? Come on, brother. Be my magic assistant. Ha! Do you think it'll be that easy? I'm so very mighty in magic. How could I be your assistant? Oh, I know. I'll pay you a general salary. How does that sound? Don't you mean a generous salary? Also, who taught you those ideas about utility? Just tell me if you agree or not. Come on. Wow, that's a difficult question. See, I'm currently twice your age. By the time you become an adult, I'll already be in my middle age and have started to lose hair. God, that's a massive gap in your ages. I shan't be able to be your partner then. I mean, he makes very good points. Can I use magic to make you not grow up? Wow. Okay, no. Dear sister, we're speaking of magic tricks, not magic. Yeah, they are two very different things. Are you going to speak to me? No. Okay, you? No. Okay. So you guys are wearing the same thing, just in different colours? I have to say I like the purple better. It just looks cuter. Don't really know about the blue shades. Doggo! Hello, doggo. There are very many people to converse with in this place. I think it's because I missed all the people in the city. Yes, I ran right to the middle of their conversation. Yay, Gracie! Member of the Guards. Whether you wish to go to the Opera House or the Fountain of Lucine, please head southward along this large road. Tell me about the fountain, please. That is where all the waters in our land gather, and so it is the most popular site for wishes. Couples who wish for children to go there, believing that the spirits in the water will bless them with healthy and happy children. Who am I to say that it doesn't work that way? Biology. But good for them. Pooch, you're in the middle of a footpath. Don't just lie down there. Boileau? If we counted all the cases that occurred as theatre as well, most of the stories here don't have happy endings. You are not wrong. A case did occur after all. Precisely, and where there's a case, there will be victims. It really is very sad. Even if the culprit was sent to serve time, I'm not sure the tale could be said to have a happy ending. I've spent a lot of time at the theatre on account of my love for tragic stories, and I've always found myself quite accepting of trials or performances that have tragic endings. Over time, it's become less and less clear to me. Am I sad on account of real compatriots of mine, or on account of the story? They should not be. Do not treat cases like child's play. Yes, you are right. They say Fontaine is a nation of justice, but I don't think such a reputation can be based solely on our Archon. Fontainians must have their own justice in their hearts. I agree. Thank you. Oh, it looks quite interesting during the daytime. Well, I don't know. I kind of like this. I kind of like this. Get out of my shot. Oh, you guys are actually kind of ruining it for me. No, can we go forward? Get rid of the damn child. Okay, hold up. We need to move forward. Get that bloody child out of the shot. I rarely take pictures, but you know, I might need this for a screenshot. Thumbnail. At some point in time. You never know, so I'm just gonna take a few shots and forget where they are located in the game. Wherever that is. And then, to be honest, my shots are always a bit offset because my character's always off to the side, aren't they? Cool! Should I change the time of day so I can see it during the daytime? Nah, this is too pretty. I like it. Valeda. Hello, dear human. I was just considering a problem a moment ago, so I almost didn't notice you. Could I ask what you were considering? Of course you can. I was wondering how humanity came about. What is with these bloody philosophical creatures? I've encountered 3 thus far, and 2 of them have been quite philosophic. We Melusines were born of Elenus, so I've often been wondering, how did the first human in this world come to be? Were they born from flesh and blood like we were, or were they created in some other way? I'm not from Teyvat, so your guess is as good as mine. Oh, is that so? Never mind, it's just one of those thoughts that crosses my mind, you know? There are so many things in this world that we Melusines are unable to understand. I'm used to it. Oh, that seems like you're kind of putting yourself down unnecessarily. Still, thank you. Please take this small souvenir. Equity? Nope. Ooh, an artifact. Thank you, good Melusine. Oh my gosh. Well, if we need rainbow roses, we know where to get them from, guys. Are you going to go tell me about the violence down there? No? Okay, well, I'll go experience it for myself shortly. You guys look like you're having a good day. Thrill. My oh my, how many years have I been retired again? What were you working as before? I was previously with the guards, and later my technique with a gun saw me. Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying it was a gun saw, and I'm like, what the bloody hell is a gun saw? No, my technique with a gun saw me during the special security and surveillance patrol for a time. Still later, I switched departments several times. I no longer remember what happened exactly. The older I get, the less able I am to remember things that happened recently. The thing that left the deepest impression, surprisingly, was the job I was at the shortest. That happened when I was sent underwater as a guard by the Palais Mermonia. I'm sorry, the what? Are we talking about mermaids? By underwater you mean? Yes, I refer to the fortress of Meropide. Where's that? Well, it is true that those who have never been there would never use such terms as above water or underwater in that fashion. Few guards sent down that there last very long. Where is it though? The environment, oh, bright sun reflection. Ooh, The environment there really cannot be called good, and there are conflicts between gangs of criminals too, so we don't integrate well. I've heard that a new manager was appointed who laid down a great number of new rules that have made the guards' jobs much easier. But I'd long transferred out by then. I guess you could say that the timings didn't match up. Okay, what about your counting though? Do you need help counting? Haha, no, I'm just reflecting on certain realities, that's all. Thank you. Oh well. It's always good to be nice and polite and offer these things. Oh wow, the stained glass looks beautiful in the daylight as well. Why do they have like organ pipes at the top of all their buildings here? Blathine. Up and down the fountain goes. It's like a magic trick. Nope, honey, that's called water pressure and gravity. Do you like magic or do you like fountains? Magic. Yup. I've got good enough eyes to catch even the smallest details at a crime scene, but I can't understand the secrets of magic tricks. Magicians really are awesome to be able to fool even a Melusine's eyes.
Who else deserves to take the stage more than Lady Farina?
She makes me want to rage. Moniot. I wonder where I might purchase an ornament similar to Lady Farina's watch. You sure there aren't like anybody, like watchmakers in the city that could just replicate it? Surely that's a commodity people have made by now. What sort of watch is that? The famous Lady of the Lake's tear, of course. It's exquisite and small enough to be set upon a ring. That is why it was given that name by Lady Farina itself. As a most ardent follower, perhaps I might shorten the distance between myself and my god by finding an accessory as much like it as possible. Ah, how beautiful Hydra Archon. Her superb makeup, her gentle voice, her agile dance steps. Are they not worthy of a greater, more luxurious stage? I think she's on crack, and no. No!
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
I was trying to talk to them and you interrupted.
Oh, Archon.
That guy.
Please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Oh my god.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Hello?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Can I help you? Did you just say something, Paimon? Look, we've had these moments so many times because of different people. I think you're aware when it's somebody else trying to talk to you.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Whose voice was that just now?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Maybe you should open your eyes, Paimon.
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right, I remember.
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seemed to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard.
Please?
In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
When you're sad.
Wait,
actually,
what?
you actually asking me?
What does that have to do with anything?
Lynette, I cry whenever I feel a heightened emotion of any variety. Which, yes, tends to be sadness, like I'm sad ending to a game or something like that. I cry when I'm frustrated because the body's just so angry. It has to relieve that emotion somehow, and that's why it cries. And I cry when I watch happy movies, where there's just such an unbearably happy ending. I will cry. So yeah, Lynette, I cry at any excess of emotion. It doesn't even have to be a specific one.
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Okay, so Paimon is quite similar.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions.
Yes, so they're not just trying to insinuate sadness. They are just trying to insinuate intensity of emotions. I'm normal, guys, I swear.
Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
That's an interesting explanation, though I'm not sure whether I buy it.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Lynette, is there any legend or story about a person with the name that I heard that started with a V that I don't remember?
Rather
Sure.
than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Well, that's what I was questioning, why you're not with him. Why he sent you to us when you guys should be preparing for your act.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Or I could just finish my rounds. Irimia, and Joliot. Oh, Archons, please grant us a healthy and wise child. We don't ask for intelligence or talent, but please may our child live a peaceful life. Honey, is it just me, or did you ask for more than I did somehow? Shh, you'll jinx it. Also, what's so excessive about asking that child grow up well? That's not what I'm saying. It's just in light of that prophecy. Ah, right, that's true. But it's just a legend and not something that will happen for sure, right? I don't know what to tell you because I don't have the answers. Where did I go get the flowers from? That way. Okay. Hagihara, light novelist from Inazuma, and Arnim, a bard
emotional element you're adding
from
is
Fontaine.
just
This section here, and this bit here, I feel that more romantic elements need to be added here to allow the readers to experience the emotions within. Mr. Arnhem, please allow me to remind you that adding romantic descriptions does not mean adding a few personal opinions too many to the text. We are here to draw inspiration from cultural performances from other lands, not to mutate their stories with our personal sentiments. What did I expect of a writer of deductive novels? Of course you know nothing of poetic beauty. A poem that is to be recited, whether romantic or ironic, must have pulse within emotional rhythm. I have a feeling that you're simply avoiding the crux of the issue here. If you cannot answer my questions directly, then at least don't add on whatever you please, whenever you please. You see both sides of the story? Hello. Hello. Why are there so many dogs here? Where are the cats at? Hello? No. Okay. And that way leads to a dead end. Which country is here? Oh my god, I didn't realize how big a gap we had in the middle. What's this then? Because isn't Snezhnaya the northernmost one? Or am I wrong? Anywho, that's a dead end. Could you at least tell me where it goes, sir? It's so rude. This is so rude. Okay, well, I give up on you. Oh, here we go. Navayi, traveling scholar from Liyue. No, Sumeru? I think Sumeru. Allow me to guess. The next one should be a trial. Hello there. Hello. I'm a traveling scholar from Sumeru, and not a local. Pleased to meet you. I don't know how much you know about Fontaine, but I'm still in the process of understanding it myself. You see, Sumeria is a nation ruled by scholars, while Fontaine is a nation led by judges, and the social structures are immensely different. Not a bad research direction, eh? I mean, yeah. I think it's worth further study. That's my view as well, and I think so even now. Still, I must say that the events that have occurred in this opera house have really given me pause. Who would have thought that trials and theatre could occupy the same space? This would have been inconceivable in Sumeru. But if you think about this another way, the causes of this situation would also serve as a good research topic. I'll leave you to your thoughts, buddy. It's okay, thoughts are supposed to be exchanged through communications, no? Thank you for talking to me. Let me see, I only have some food brought from the court of Fontaine. If you don't mind, please accept it as a greeting gift. My mother said always not to accept food from strangers. Thank you! I like fish and chips. It's classic fare. Vimur. Hello there, is anything the matter? I can help you with it, so long as it doesn't involve performances. Is there something wrong with performances? Not that per se, I'm just not all that interested in operas, plays, or magic and the like. You have the worst post then, sir. Speaking of which, I was only sent here because when asked, do you like theatre? I answered no. I suppose I don't want guards posted here to be distracted by performances or trials. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. We do need to focus on work after all. That is mighty unfortunate. A trial that looks like a performance? It's just a metaphor. Since the Hydro Archon would be present, we usually add some dramatic elements, like those found in plays. But the trials themselves are legitimate. Thanks to the Chief Justice and Oratrice's verdict, every trial will come to a successful conclusion. I have doubts about the justness of your system, actually. Herbier, reporter for the Steambird. No two cases are alike. The details guide the story. And how would you differentiate them? Well, we need to analyse each case in detail, but I do have a personal prescription. If Lady Verena comes personally and looks excited, then the case itself might not be important, but there must be something incredible about it all the same. Though even if there's no such thing... Ooh, is this the... reputation board? Probably not, but... though even though there's no... she will whip up drama of her own accord. And if the Chief Justice personally presides over the trial, then it's almost certainly worth paying attention. It will certainly be more newsworthy, that's for sure. But such cases aren't very easy to report on. In fact, some of them involve information blackouts, so that sucks. Something makes your job a little more difficult, but you know, that's probably for the privacy of the people involved. Luzerne, the receptionist. Hold on, let me just check this out first. Bulletin board. Rules of the Opera Epiclese and announcements pertaining to the Opera Epiclese, not for other usage. Continue reading. In accordance with the relevant laws and regulations, and to ensure the best viewing experience for all audience members, no outside food is permitted within the Opera Epiclese. Visitors in violation of the rules will be expelled and punished by the Maison Gardiennage in accordance with the law. Serious offences will be prosecuted, brought to trial, and the offender sentenced in accordance with the law. Magic Show, Great Magician's Night of Fantasy, starring Linny. What about his assistant Lynette? That seems a bit selfish, because he wouldn't be able to perform any of his tricks without an assistant. Intro, a magical magic show. How do you have a non-magical magic show? Performance by the Great Magician Linny, bringing you bringing you a night of miracles and fantasy. A brand new water tank escape trick will be debuting, so don't miss it. He's pulling a Houdini. Award ceremony. The La Verite Prize. Intro. The La Verite Prize, organised by the Steambird and the most prestigious and famous media award in all of Teyvat, is used to recognise and commemorate the greatest individual and collective achievements in media, including newspapers, magazines, journals and other media fields. At Lady Verena's insistence, Lady Verena has been specially invited as a guest of honour and will personally award the prizes to the winners. Don't miss it. There's more. Concert. Maruzia. No idea. Village Nights. Performed by the Melusine Philharmonic Orchestra. Performance pieces. Epic of Elenus. Excerpts. Ode to Judges. Excerpts. Intro. The Lucine Philharmonic Orchestra is a renowned Fontainian orchestra. It is especially notable for being entirely composed of Lucine musicians. No way, you don't say. The pieces for this performance will be broadly divided into two sections. The first half will feature excerpts from the opera Epic of Elenus, while the second half will be a hymn sung by the chorus. Objection. Why does this performance include no hymn to the Archon? We must strongly protest this. It is blasphemy and should be judged. No, in accordance with a special request from a certain member of the audience, the entirety of Farina's Benevolence has been added to the set list. Please do not leave the venue prior to the end of the show. Attendees must pick up their ticket after reserving them before entering the Opera Epiclese. All seating is assigned, and all audience members must sit in the seat designated on their reserved tickets. After being seated, please follow all relevant rules and etiquette. Public trial performance. Public trial against Horla for a series of criminal acts disrupting the public order and other crimes. Intro. The subject of his public trial is Horla. He's currently self-employed. He is accused of challenging the authority of the Maison Gardiennage and impersonating the Maison Gardiennage to enforce the law. The investigation discovered that the defendant was not guilty of violating the usage agreements for advertisement boards. However, the accused confessed to criminal behaviour, including illegal performances in Maritime Harbour, impersonating reception personnel from the Fontaine Research Institute, among other crimes. The final verdict. The Judex and the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal judge that the defendant is guilty of multiple crimes and will be sent to the fortress of Mérapide to serve his sentence. Oh, it's a prison! I see. It's still beneath the water though, right? No? Yes? Public trial performance. Public trial against the serial burglars of the Court of Fontaine. Intro. The subjects of this collective trial concerns two members of a gang of burglars. The Maison Gardiennage accuses the aforementioned gang of being related to multiple burglaries within the Court of Fontaine, as well as being suspected of the crime of impersonating others. The investigation discovered that the gang was responsible for a string of burglaries at various locations throughout Fontaine. The two thieves were unable to decide how to split their spoils and finally decided to use a duel to settle the matter. In light of the risk of conducting a private duel and worried about their identities becoming known to the authorities, the two gang members chose to appropriate the identities of others to apply for their duel. The Maison Gardiennage discovered that the identities they chose to use were those of prisoners currently serving sentences within the fortress of Mérapide. The two suspects were arrested and questioned, and during the course of the questioning, their other criminal activity was uncovered. The final verdict. The Judex and the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal judge that the two defendants are guilty of multiple counts of the crime of burglary and will be sent to the fortress of Mérapide to serve their sentences. Please, dear God, no more. Stage play. The Death of Aurelius. As the black day draws near, Aurelius fell, and the whole world trembled. The third and final part of the Aurelius trilogy of plays, based upon the epic legend, the Saga of Aurelius. Go back to the final moments of a hero's life and witness the dying light of an ancient empire. In accordance with the relevant laws and regulations, visitors must be properly dressed when entering the Opera Epiclese. Should your attire not meet the prescribed standards, staff members have the right to refuse entrance. How many more did they actually put? We already know this one. Okay, now we're starting to repeat, which means we've got them all. Bye! My word, that was wordy. Okay, we're good to go in? I don't see why not. I could go around there, but to what end? What's over here? It's very dramatic. Problem is turning around on the right angle in time to get it. Yay! You do realize once we hit the water, there's absolutely no coming out of this place. Oh. But it is water, so, you know. Now, why would I need your abilities? Again, to what end? Am I supposed to be breaking vases? I don't think I'm supposed to be breaking vases. This box is curious. What is the point? I don't think I understand the point of all of this. It's all just stone walls. I don't understand the point of this. I'm just going to teleport back. That's okay. Yes, to the left, to the left. Actually didn't speak to Luzerne, did I? Welcome to Opera Epiclese, a sanctum for the richest of experiences. The richest of experiences? The insipid, the absurd, the shocking and the sorrowful. So long as you visit enough times, you'll be able to experience all this at the Opera Epiclese. Some people enjoy watching the emotions involved in real cases, while others prefer the interpretations and hype involved in theatre productions. Folklores, the Hydro Archon, recognises them both as things that may be performed at the Opera House. Take a guess. Will Monsieur Norvillette preside over the next trial? Will Lady Farina make an appearance? Well, I've heard that Farina will, actually. Can you tell me about Novelette? Right, so he's our chief judge, Justice, and the one who brought us Melusines to the court of Fontaine to live. He's always very busy with work and can only preside over some cases, and his subordinates in the Maison Orderly handle the rest. But no matter how busy he is, he will still greet us when he sees us, just as he's done for several hundred years now. What race is this guy that he's that old? Holy hell.